Hello everyone, welcome back to your physics class. Students, in any scientific investigations or any projects, we need or it depends on some experiments. In any experiments, we need to measure the various type of physical quantities. So during measurements, we come across many type of errors because after all we are human being and we are using some instruments. So errors always involved in the measurements. So in any measurements, there is a degrees of uncertainty which are called errors. So students, you have to know how to minimize this type of errors in the experiments. Okay, so students, our today's topic is error analysis, by which you can measure the amount of errors involved in the experiments and how to remove this type of errors. Okay, so our today's topic is error analysis. Before going to this chapter, first of all, we have to know you can broadly classify this type of errors into two parts. Number one, systematic error, and number two, random error. Systematic error means if there is a certain pattern in errors, okay, like you know how to remove it, okay, means the remedial steps. So this type of errors is called systematic error. Like number one, instrumental error. Instrumental error means suppose you are using vernier calipers and in vernier scale and the main scale, the vernier scale 0 not coincide with the main scale 0. So this type of error is called instrumental error. You can remove it by using proper vernier calipers or by adjusting the screws. So you can remove the instrumental error. Next error inside systematic is imperfection in experiment. Imperfection means the technique you approach, means the procedure you approach that are not up to the mark or not perfect. That is the imperfection in the experiment. This is the number two. But you can use a proper technique so that you can remove this type of errors. Next, the next errors we can say personal error. Personal error means the observer, the carelessness of the observer, like parallax error. You have to measure the line, or you have to measure the length of anything by looking it vertically, so that you can we can remove the parallax error. So this type of error means the mankind, this type of error is the imperfection technique. These are the instrumental. You can remove it with the help of proper technique, proper procedure, or the taking you can remove it, or the cause of the errors. You know the cause. If you know the cause, you know the remedial effect, means the remedial steps you need to be applied, so you can remove this type of errors. But students, there is another type of error that occurs randomly, which is completely uncertain. You cannot remove it. Okay, you cannot remove it, and this type of error is called random error. It occurs randomly, like uncertainty or abrupt change of temperature. Okay, or the power supply that you actually using in the experiment, power supply not giving the constant input or constant power. It will not deliver constant power. This type of error occurs due to the randomly occur. Actually, this type of error occurs randomly, and you cannot remove it, or you cannot remove it properly. Okay, so this type of error is called random error, and in this chapter we're going to learn how to remove this type of random error, how to minimize this type of error. Okay, so students, in this video, in error analysis, actually we're trying to minimize the random error. Okay, now I'm telling you how you can remove the random error. For that, number one, suppose to remove the random error, we have to need take many observations. Suppose you are taking 2 or 3 observation, then you will involved in number of errors. But if you take more than 5 or 6, or if you take large number of observations and take a mean, then you can minimize the random type of error. Okay, so first of all, what is called error? Error means what? Error means, please note down, error means true value. Error means true value minus measured value. True value minus measured value. We keep it in the mod, keep it in mod, because it will always positive. Error always positive. Means you have to subtract error every time. So means true value may be greater than measure value, or measure value can be greater than true value. So it vice versa. So we can put it in the mod. Mod means always, it gives always positive. So error means what? True value minus measured value. Now students, you just thinking that how we can calculate, or which one will be the true value? Which one will be the true value? In which value we can say this is the true value? For that, students, you have to take many large number of observations and take a mean. So students, we take an example for that. Example. Suppose we are actually measuring the length of a rod. Suppose we have take 5 observation. Number 1, 5.1, 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, okay, 5.4, and another is 5.0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 observations. Okay, so first of all you have to take the mean. Mean means the length, L bar. Mean means L bar. L bar means 5 plus 5.1 plus 5.2 plus 5.3 plus 5.4 by number of observations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of observations 5. So we get 5 by 5 5.2. 5.2. Okay. So this is the mean value. Okay. Now 5.2. Okay. Now so we can say this is a true value. Okay. So first of all we need mean value. Mean value of A, we take physical quantity as A. So mean value of A means A bar, which is equal to, we take several observations, A1 plus A2 plus dot and number of observation N. So this is the mean value. We can say this is also called the true value. Okay. Now we want to find, first of all we have to find the absolute error. So first term is absolute error. What is called absolute error? Absolute error means mean value minus the observed value. So we can write A bar, absolute error delta A is equal to A bar minus A1. Similar we can write delta A1, this for delta L1, or we can write delta A2 is equal to A bar minus A2 for second observation, delta A3, and so on. So these are called the absolute error. You can use the mod sign in this case. Okay. So these are called the absolute. So absolute error means the true value. Here we can write delta L is equal to true value 5.2 centimeters. These are the centimeters. So 5.2 centimeters. So we can write 5.2 minus the first one is 5. So here will be 0.2. Delta L1. Delta L2 is equal to 5.2 minus 5.1, it means 0.1. Like that we can write all the absolute errors in measuring the length. So these are called the absolute. I think you understood. Absolute error means delta A equal to A bar, mean value minus of each observation, A1, A2, A3. Or we can write like this way, delta AI for ith observation is equal to A bar minus AI. Okay. Next, number 2. After absolute error, we have to calculate the mean absolute error. error. Mean absolute error means, students, you have to take the mean of all absolute errors, like delta A bar. Mean means bar. Mean means bar. So delta A bar means what? Mean absolute error means delta A bar is equal to delta A1 plus delta A2 plus dot 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 by number of observation n. Okay. So we can use the example. See here we have several errors. So we can write delta L bar equal to delta L1 plus delta L2 and dot 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 by n. Or we can write delta L1 means what? Delta L1 means 0.2. So 0.2 plus 0.1 plus 5.2 minus 5.2 to be 0. Student, see 0. Then 5.2 minus 5.3 means 0.1 again. Okay. See, no minus. Okay. Always plus. 5.2 minus 5.3. What will you write? You will write minus? No. Plus 0.1. Always plus. Error means always plus. 0.2 means plus 0.2. So if you take average, it means 0. Number also how many? 5. So 0.12 centimeter. These are mean absolute error 0.12. Okay, 0.12. So these are the mean absolute error. After mean absolute error, we have to find the relative error. Number 3, relative error. Relative error means what? Relative error means delta A bar by the original value means A bar. Delta A bar by A bar. It's like that sale price minus cost price by cost price. Your finding is what? A bar. Your finding is what? A bar. A bar. Your finding is A bar. So delta A bar by A bar. Delta A bar by A bar. Delta A bar by A bar means here if we take the example delta A bar by L. Delta A bar by L bar. Delta A bar by L bar. So delta L bar means 0.12 by L bar. L bar means how much? 5.2. 5.2. This is the relative error. Next, at the last step, percentage error. Percentage of relative error. You know, A bar by delta A bar by A bar into 100%. Percentage error. So you have to write percent means into 100%. That's all. This is the how to find the errors in measuring length. So students, first of all, you have to find the error. Error means what? True value minus measured value. You thinking that how you can measure the true value? True value means the mean value. Mean means A1 plus A2 plus A3. All the quantities and divided by number of observations. These are called the mean value. This is the true value. Now number 1 step, absolute error. Absolute error delta A bar. Delta A1 means A bar minus A1. A2 means this. A3 means A bar minus AI. If we take ith observation means I means 1 to n, large number of observation. Then you have to find the mean absolute error. Mean absolute error means the error, absolute error, the mean of absolute error. Mean of absolute error. Mean of absolute error. Delta A1, delta A2, delta A3 divided by number of observations. Next, relative error. Relative error means delta A bar by A bar. By A bar, the original one. Delta A bar by original. Here delta L bar means 0.12 and the original one is 5.2. Divide it. And then percentage of relative error, percentage relative error into 100%. Okay. So students, in the next video, we will discuss about some of the numericals of error analysis. Okay. Okay. Thank you, students.